Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brianna Knight. I did an interview on Miss Frankie Johnson, but I know her as Nana, and I present to you the Rosenwald experience. Meet Mrs. Frankie Johnson. She was born to Hattie and Frank Harris. She was born to Hattie and Frank Harris on June 10, 1943, in New Africa community, which is about 14 miles south of Clarksville, Mississippi. Down in the Delta. Clarksville is located in a part of Mississippi known as the Delta. Mississippi is organized by the texture of its land, and the Delta has very smooth land, perfect for sharecroppers, which many families in this community were. And the area was considered rural and very poor. Rosenwald education. Miss Johnson attended three Rosenwald schools. She only knew that the first one that she went to was Rosenwald School, but after further research that I did, I found out that all three, in fact, were Rosenwald schools. The first one she attended was Harvey Chapel Elementary, and she attended from pre-primer, which is like modern world's VPK or preschool, to 4th grade. She attended New Africa Elementary from 5th grade to 8th grade, and Kahoma Agricultural High School from 9th grade to 12th grade. Harvey Chapel Elementary. The top picture is the school, and these are the outhouses. It was a two-teacher, two-room school. There was no running water. And a little information about the funding sources. Blacks contributed $400. Whites contributed $1,400. The public contributed $1,500, and Mr. Rosenwald contributed $700. As you can see, the bank of windows, which helps bring in light, which was a really important factor of the schools. And my grandmother also told me that there were two types of Rosenwald schools. There was a T-shaped building and an H-shaped building. And this school was an H-shaped building because of the two rooms on the opposite sides and then the porch in the middle. But at the time that my grandmother was going to the school, only one room was being used for the actual classroom, and there was only one teacher there. And whenever it was cold or rainy outside, they would use the other classroom for almost like a gym. This is a picture of New Africa School. It was also a two-teacher room. Some of the funding sources: blacks contributed $850. The public contributed $150, and Julius Rosenwald contributed $300. And this is Kahoma Agricultural High School, better known as Abbey High. It was a 6-teacher school, and the top picture is the school. As you can see, this right here is the farmland. This is the actual school building, and back in the back are the buildings for home economics and the shop classrooms. And this right here is the teacherage. Many of the teachers who taught at Kahoma Agricultural High School were from Jackson, Mississippi, which is Mississippi's capital. And women didn't drive back in these times, so the teachers would stay on in the homes on the school property. Life after Rosenwald education. Higher education. After Ms. Johnson finished her education at the Rosenwald schools, she went on to Kahoma Junior College, where she earned an associate's degree, which is a 2-year degree. She then went to Alcorn State University for 2 more years to get her bachelor's degree in business education. And then she went on to Jackson State University and earned her master's in reading. And this is just a picture of the school and the land that Kahoma Junior College was on. And this is Alcorn State University. In the background, you can hear the alma mater playing, which is called Alcorn Ode. This is the school crest, and right here I wanted to show you guys a picture of, this is Oakland Memorial Chapel. And Alcorn State University is actually one of the oldest land-grant universities in the United States for blacks. Oakland Memorial Chapel was actually built by slaves. And if you guys look at the pillars and the stairs, those were actually from a site in that is called the Windsor Ruins. And the Windsor Ruins is an antebellum home that sits on plantation land, and it has over 26,000 acres of land. And like I said, the pillars and the steps came right from the ruins. And some of the pillars are actually still standing today. I recently visited the land. This is a picture of Jackson State University. Of course, it looked nothing like this when my grandmother went to the school. In the background, you hear the alma mater for this school as well, and it's called Jackson Fair. This is the school crest in the middle, and this is mostly where the dorms and the learning buildings are located. Was it all worth it? Working towards a career. Ms. Johnson started teaching in 1967. She started teaching business, then she later taught reading. The last 3 years that she taught special education at Vicksburg High, located in Vicksburg, Mississippi. She dedicated 34 long years to education. And in this bottom picture, this is actually my grandmother and her first husband, Louis Johnson. And this is her first year teaching. They taught together at Carver High, which is located in Clarksville, Mississippi. And Collins, Mississippi, I'm sorry. And Collins, Mississippi is where my mother and my uncle were born. And in this picture, this is right after she had given birth to my uncle. Life in the now. Ms. Johnson currently lives in Jackson, Mississippi with her husband, Mattis Moore. She is enjoying retired life, and pretty much right now she's just kind of doing whatever she pleases, going on trips, doing vacationing and everything like that. This is a family picture that was taken about 2 years ago. We call it a generational picture. This is my grandmother. This is my mom, Pam Palmer, and of course this is her granddaughter, Lee.